Welcome, welcome. Hello. How you doing? Hey, what's up? Hello. I'm back at streaming, and today we're going for a while. Hello. I am sorry I am sick. Throughout multiple instances of stream and recording, you're gonna hear me clear my throat, which is not very pleasant to the ear. So if you're allergic to that kind of thing, mute the stream when you think it's about to go. I do so every about 30 minutes or so, and my throat isn't throbbing, but it is very, very much so like think pollen. Like you just got punched in the face with a fist of pollen, right? That's essentially what I've been through this entire week, as well as a fever and a migraine I've been battling on and off. And I had jury duty on top of that. And I had to go every single day, so new experience, bad experience because I had to go while sick and it sucked. Pretty sure I scared one of the lawyers because I was sweating bullets literally the entire day, fighting a migraine and a fever off at the same time. Kind of sucked. Um, Today, what are we streaming today? Chat? What are we streaming? I want to stream Warframe first because there's an event out called Galleon of the Ghouls. Essentially, you have two blueprints this weekend if you do not have it yet. This weekend, there are two blueprints that you need to go and get for the Tonkat and the Takenlog. One's a melee, the other, if I'm not mistaken, is a secondary. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It could be a melee. I need to change that category right quick because I could do it on this. So, let's change this up to that. Good. Okay, gold. But yeah, you are essentially needing to do this here. You need to go here, you need to go to your arsenal, and the thing about this event is you have to go through and essentially complete a capture node, right? That capture node will then award you the first time you complete it one of the main blueprints. Um, because I've completed one though, it seems the other doesn't want to drop this weekend for me, so I'm just going through this mission specifically for the main BP and as well as the parts, right? Because the mission has the chance to drop all of it, right? And this is the final weekend that this event will be live. As you can see here, it'll be 1 day and 21 hours, and then this right here will be gone. So if you haven't gotten any of the pieces or the main blueprints to the weapon or Galleon Ghouls, I'm after currently the second log. This mission for today and tomorrow will be dropping all of the pieces to both of the blueprints. So if you don't have the blueprint, it's just a matter of waiting till next year when this pops up again. And then from that, doing the second alert off the mission off of this event. And then from that, you get the attack and log blueprint. Um, yeah. This is going to be a weird stream because of YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. Twitch will allow for large, very, very large. I'll swap back to this view now. Twitch allows for very large streams, which is gold. However, for the sake of YouTube, I'm thinking of every hour when we go to break, I'm going to stop the recording. So it'll be an hour-long recording, break, another hour-long recording, break, another hour-long recording, break, right? I'm going to be streaming for several hours today. The goal is not to destroy YouTube's processing period because not last week, but the week before last, tried to upload a 5.5 hour long stream, which usually works for me, but for some reason, I don't understand why, YouTube abandoned the processing part of it. So I had to figure that mess out, right? It was pretty rough. Uh, yeah. So I'm gonna do stuff that's a little wonky this stream just because I'm trying to get the uploading of it all okay before I end stream. So there might be like mini breaks where in this stream you'll see content made, but in the VODs I upload to Orb's Vault, you're not going to see those mini snippets of content that I'm putting out live to stream. So just keep that in mind going forward, right? This will be part of a VOD I'm recording now, so as soon as it's done, I'll have it posted and everyone will be on the same page. I'm going to play multiple games for multiple hours. I'm going to spend an hour on Warframe trying to get this BP. I'm after the tack and lug, not the Tomcat. Tomcat I've already got. I'm after the tack and lug. And then from that, I'll have to figure out another game with a good break. Yeah. That being said, welcome to stream. How's everyone's day been? My day has been mid because I woke up 30 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, something like that. I woke up 10 minutes ago and my throat says don't talk very much. So I'm going to try and talk as much as I can. Stuff. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you. Thank you. Alright. Let's get into this mission, shall we? I want to play some game. Game. Let's play some game. Chat. I'm ready to play some game. I'm ready to play some game. I'm in a party currently, so that's a thing. All that setting's good. My voice is being captured. Console chat's being captured. And party chat's being muted at the moment. Even someone wants to come in and start slurring all over the place. And then I'm looking at the background music go off. Let me know what you guys think about the background music. I know it's supposed to, it's like, per the VODs, when I go to edit, that background music that I've got going off, it sounds kind of loud compared to every single other thing. Like if you were to turn your volume way up, the volume of the music seems like overpowering, not the voice, but the console audio. You know what you think about that? Because I've had to manipulate that, and I figure on stream it actually sounds kind of decent, but I'm unable to hear my own stream. So if you guys have any input on that, let me know. Let's go ahead and hit this. Take all these off, because need to use these. Take that off. Let's hit this mission hard, shall we? I like it. I like the spider frame. It looks okay. I am very curious to see what they do with it, because I feel like there might run into some issues with its attacks, just looking at like the way it looks. If the spider legs are movable objects, like they can simulate attacking, I am slightly concerned for the future of that Warframe because of how Spider-Man did it, right? It's a little... it's weird. I am concerned for its future, but realistically speaking, I like it. I do. So this is the guy you have to capture. And as you can see, his health is a lot. And what you're using is the Ogress, which is an RPG. You gotta be very, very careful not to hate yourself. If you have no regard for your surroundings, I strongly suggest bringing an Aros or somebody with a lot of health so you can tank the splash damage. As you can see, I went from 10 to 89 real quick. 10k to 89k. 8900, sorry. This mission is not for the squishy frames. Revives are enabled. Just I move incredibly fast through this mission. So yeah. If we manage to get the Tack and Lug blueprint before the hour, I am planning to do relics. Barrow's also here. He's got some prime mods. If you guys haven't gotten any of that yet, I strongly recommend getting as many ducats as possible, because he has a few good ones that I would highly recommend to new players if you have not gotten it already. As well as some Vandal Wraith weapons. There are 4 Wraith weapons in market. Go check those out. 2 of them are extremely good. I'd recommend them to new players. Sad. Got the handle for a tongue cat. Curious. Like someone's just gung ho. Let's go. I hate being fat. I wish I had as much motivation as I do for this game when it comes to actually working out. I have to figure that mess out. Okay, that was buggy. It's one of those, why do I hate being fat? I don't like the way the image looks. I look fit. Slowly but surely, because I lost my job, I quit my job, right? A lot of the videos I've put up in the past, you're going to see a little bit more of a fit version of me. That was because I was working my butt off. But because now I have quit my job, the workout kind of tapered off with it, because all of my focus has been on videos, right? And that typically entails sitting at a desk or chair, and from that, just playing games, talking with you guys, chilling, which I'm not opposed to.
I also hate sweating. That's just me. I know it's contradictory, but um, just don't like the way I look when I'm fat. And that's a personal choice preference of mine. Comment below. I say comment below. Let me know if you guys want to see a Orb Plus video where it's just me working out. I don't know about music. I'll have to go to YouTube's library and pick up some funky beats for you guys to get to. But um, let me know what you guys want to do on Orb Plus when it comes to working out. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about like these super buff dudes saying, if you work out to a point where you're comfortable, um, it's as easy as picking up a book and then like setting it down and just doing that for like 50 times a day, and it's like the best thing you could do for yourself. That's if you're at the end of, okay, I've sculpted myself to the way I want to look, and from there I just want to keep up with the shape, right? Oh yeah. I'm not like, I'm not tying the two together. I'm just saying, like, personally speaking, for my preference sake, typically when I go into video games or anything like that, I pick the buff guy, Hulk, the like, right? Chroma. And from that, I don't base myself on what they look like because I know they're monsters in the game. But realistically speaking, I know of people half my size with double my look. And it's not about strength. Like I know I've been called freakishly strong from several different people in my personal life, and they're all roughly on the same page. Like, dude, you don't need to work out. You're already crazy strong. Don't do that to yourself. Like, it's less about building strength. It's less about fulfilling a purpose outside of cosmetic. Where did he go? Here he is. Nah, you know what I hate more than being fat? Not being able to talk without my throat filling up with crap. It hurts. It doesn't hurt. It's annoying not being able to get some words out. Oh, hello. I missed a turn. Gotta go this way. I'll make a video one day. Well, I don't need to say sorry. It's okay. Oh, hang on. I don't need to say sorry. You were just genuinely curious. I just share my opinion. Nothing big. Thank you. You're A-okay. Don't worry about it. Why? You know what could have revived you. Why'd you pick yourself up? Attack and lug, if I'm not mistaken, is a sword and shield. Oops. I'm gonna make a video where when I hit my head on one of those right there, it's just the metal pipe going ding. What do you think? I think it'd be funny every time I hit my head on something. Or I get stuck. Calero. I'm looking forward to his skin. His skin's gonna be awesome. Hey, now I need the main BP. Man, I've been at this for a while. No, from what I hear, she's actually like Kalervo in the sense where you get to fight her, right? As part of her little story, and from that, you get pieces of her. And from that, if it's not pieces from her, it's resources to go to a vendor to turn in, kind of like Kalervo in Deviri, because it's the return to Deviri that's going to be a part of. So it would make sense that they might replace, not, they won't replace Clorvo's thing because it'll be a separate node. Um, they're making a whole new node that you can find her in, and from that, you can pretty much just farm her out from that node. I don't know if she'll be part of Circuit or not, but it's always a possibility. Yeah. For an hour-long process, because when I go to end recording, it typically like takes a minute before I can do anything. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. When I go to break for the hour, right? I'm going to end recording, and then when I get back from break, I'll make a new one. No, I have a better idea. We're gonna play 2 hours of Warframe. Okay? 2 hours of it. I'm gonna record 1 hour of it, which is what I'm doing now. And then the other hour, the second hour, I'm going to not record. I'm gonna do 2 hours of Warframe. So because I'm recording this hour, it'll be on VOD. It'll go to YouTube. Yay! And then second hour, it'll be just on stream. It won't be on YouTube VOD. Okay, maybe that works. What if the drifter found a way to? Oh, that'd be interesting. However, in the dev stream and from some other sources that I found across the internet, apparently it's Rusalka that finds herself out of 1999, and instead she like goes to Deviri, and from that we get a fourth node, and that node is supposed to contain everything related to the next major story update, right? From that story update, you get Rusalka's boss fight as well as the spider frame as a result. I wouldn't be surprised if Rusalka turns into the spider frame. Holy crap. That was fast. Neat. Yeah, not a problem. Uh, Stiff. Gold. Where's the... Oh, it's this. Did they lock the blueprints like pieces, maybe? Yeah, that's tradable. Oh, I see. Tia and KK. This. Why not let me trade? Sad. That's unfortunate. Yep, not tradable. Sad. Mhm. We'll do this mission and then I'll look at something up right quick. Ooh. Alright, let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna need to kill Ghoul Devourer and Ghoul Expired in a future update. I'm pretty stuck on this mission for a minute, so how about this? Not the same planet. Let's go to Saturn, just cuz. We're gonna run a capture node. Yeah, we're just gonna hit that right quick. What we're gonna do is complete it. From there, we'll go back into the other mission, and we'll see if we can do stuff with it. Get that blueprint that we want it to.
Mission complete. The captain has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Get this up. Oh yeah, I have this now. I'm invincible.
Inform the queens we have found their subject.
Do not want to kill him. Stay far away from him. Gold. So apparently the main blueprints are in the reward pool, but they're on equal terms with their other parts. So my thought process is I'll use a method a friend of mine came up with where if you do a mission a certain number of times, right? Let's say 3 times or so, and it's supposed to be a drop on a level similar to that of its other pieces, do another mission separate from the one you're doing currently, i.e. a capture node on a completely different planet. Go back into the mission, do it 3 times, rinse, repeat, until you get the desired item you're after. This has worked at least 10 times for me in the past. I'm very curious to see if it'll work for this. In the event we don't get Tack and Load BP, it can be found by a Ghoul Devourer or another source in the Plains of Eidolon. But we have to wait for an update that specifically says, yes, the Tonkat main BP can be found from X source.
Another job well executed.
This was a random mission that is completely found. Yeah. Go. Here, I go back to do this. We gotta do this 3 times. If we don't get the main BP, back out. Let's repeat. That guy has a somersault on his wrist. I did to mine a while ago. All the purple in the world. Oh yeah, no melee. or no melee or abilities. For a fat dude, this guy is fast. Uh-oh. I was about to say, where the heck? I'll take that. Let's see what we get. We got the blade. Hope we're on the right track. I remember that used to be the hardest part for me to get, was that blade. Run back out of that. Here. Do this 2 more times. 1 now, 1 later.
Instigator hides like a coward. Blow up every corner of this galleon until he shows his putrid face. Arrogant wretches. My hatred for you has caused me to work with the Tenno. Do you know how angry that makes me?
Aw.
We are going to have a discussion.
I think that's a better option. I think it is. I made a post earlier saying that I'd go all the way to 4 a.m. And I do want to do that. I will more than likely be playing games all the way through 4 a.m. It's Saturday and Sunday. We got everything tack and lock so far. We got the blade, we got the guard. Shoot. For interest's sake, I might actually do this a fourth time because tack and lock has 4 parts, the BP plus the 3. So this next one should be another tack and lock part, and then the 4th one should be a BP. If it's not, then we'll go ahead and refresh it again. Going back to what I was saying a second ago, though, I'm tempted to say let's go all the way to 12 a.m., right, for stream. And I say this because from 12 to 4, I could dedicate that small amount of time to recording a completely like different VOD, so that way it's completely just new, right? That would make up the 3 days plus 1 of new VODs I'd have to edit with, right? We'll continue doing the same thing we are now. Every 2 hours, we'll have a VOD and uniqueness in stream, right? Completely separate. And then from that onward, we'll have something similar to, similar. What am I going on about? Sorry, half of my brain's focused in the game. The other half is on stream. I want to get this unique. I want to make unique content. As much as I'd love to continue streaming, there has to be something new on YouTube. I don't know. Midnight is much more comfortable of an ending period for stream for me. This will allow me to actually create some neat stuff afterwards. I might forget and just go 4 a.m. too. I don't know. We'll see. Depending on what happens, I might actually need to go on break for a little bit and then come back. I might end stream altogether. Put up a post to Orb's Vault detailing the time I'll restart stream, and then from that, continue with the rest. That way it's not a complete whole bunch of time just streaming. Depending on what happens today. I don't know. We'll see. Another guard. One more time. One more. Yeah. Is that DJ Khaled? That pizza. Krusty Krab, pizza. Awesome. Why does this ship look like a pizza? This one over here, chat. See that one right there, flying in front of? this way.
This Tenno will blow up anything that moves until they find you. Oh,
Brett, let me move.
we are going to have a discussion.
Get away! Interesting. I could fix. Tongue cat blade. Yep, refresh. Hmm. Well, that was fast.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captain back at base. Your part is done.
You have to go this way. Oh, it's
Plans. Ignore your original objective. Leave nothing alive.
it's an exterminate now. Ah. Detonate. Holy crap, the lag. What in the world? I have not seen that kind of lag in a while.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction. Mission complete.
That was a normal capture. It's supposed to be easy. We go do the other thing. We have a little bit more fun. Because we try to get the blueprint. Oof, the buffer is real.
The traitorous instigator skulks somewhere on this galleon. Find him. Capture him.
Thought that was. Oops. The heck? Oh, it's this way. Okay.
Arrogant wretches. My hatred for you has caused me to work with the Tenno. Do you know how angry that makes me?
Yay.
Come home to daddy, little ghoul. You filthy Tenno have saved us both from a future egg. I don't hate you.
Oh boy. Interesting just about to occur here. We're gonna let that load. Give it a second.
About to hear some party chat stuff's happening. Oh no, not that.
Alright. We've been streaming and recording for an hour, so what I'm going to do is I am going to place the BRB screen up. From that, I'm going to stop recording, and then we will continue on streaming for another hour. Yeah. BRB. Oh. And look at that. We're right back where we started. Yeah. But you'll have to excuse me for a second because I'm trying to figure out why my Xbox widget wants to break. I can see it. I do want to join the Xbox party. For some reason, though, this does not want to work out the way we want to. What in the world? This Microsoft Store. There we go. Library. Apps. Phone. It does need an update. Back out of that now. Go to here. Close out of this. Brett, why is Game Bar like this? It won't let me leave the party. Like everything's broken. I don't understand it. Come on now. What's going on? Yeah. Because my Game Bar wants to be such a pain. I'm just gonna end that task completely. There we go. Now it's restarted. I have complete control again. Join party. Let me join. Please and thank you.
You should be able to hear you now.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello?
You sound extremely different.
I am very sick, so sorry.
Me both,
Oh.
pal. Did you eat undercooked meat too?
No, my nephew decided to get strep and then rub it all over my face. And then proceed to hand me 3 handfuls of cat poop.
Cat poop?
Cat poop. Like he went into the litter box and decided to rip out as much crap as he could and then hand it to me.
Ah.
Yeah, I would be.
I am sick. And I'm on a whole other mic. So,
New
that's the
mic?
thing.
Old mic?
No old. It's the one I use for streaming. Because I'm currently streaming.
Okay. If you're curious how much I spent on that ribbon, it was only 150.
That's crazy. That's a good ribbon, too.
Yep. I mean, I literally just put in chat want to buy a trash ribbon. I had an offer for 150 and 200. Whereas
Nice.
I think when I was looking for it before, no one was offering it.
Let's see.
I think
Alright.
the highest I hit was 16 million so far on it.
Do you want to join us for stage defense?
They're very nice.
No, I'm currently running the Galleon of the Ghouls event. I'm trying to get the Attack and Lug main blueprint. I got all the
Okay.
pieces, it's just the main BP that I'm missing. I missed the
Uh,
second weekend because of jury duty.
Did you? So you didn't get the Tomcat?
I got the Tonkat. Tonkat I got. It was the second one, the Attack and Lug, that I didn't.
Okay, and I think that is still possible to get.
Yeah, it's just extremely difficult because they threw the main BP in with the rest of its parts. So on top of the Tonkat's parts and main BP, it's on the same percentage of drop chance. I've
Okay.
been
So it's a 1 in 8 chance
one
if
in
you get a good roll, you would
it's
actually it'll be the piece that you want.
it's a 1 in 7 because the Sack and Lug has 4 pieces and the Tonkat has 3. You just need to double up on the Tonkat because of the 2 and 2.
Yeah. So did you do any digging on what I was telling you about the clan raid that's coming?
I didn't actually. I saw the update about the spider frame, Duviri, and everything that's happening, but I didn't see anything beyond that.
Yeah,
Wait, they're making a
so-
spire frame?
Yeah.
Yes. Orixia, I believe.
I
it
have a
is,
prediction. I think it's Rosalka that turns into the spider frame.
Probably. From what I remember hearing, the way that you're going to be getting her, as well as another scythe weapon, is through a clan event.
Huh. I heard it was from the
God.
node. They're adding a node to Duviri, and I figured that would be it. They add a boss fight within that node, and then from there, it's like
think
Kalerva.
Yeah, I think they mentioned something about something clan related, but I'm not entirely certain.
I know about a clan event coming up, but I don't know if it's a raid event.
I don't. Well, I just call it a raid, or I call most of the clan events raids because that's kind of what they are at that point.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let me go to the Discord thing that I was looking at before. Update info. Did you also hear what they did to Valkyr?
Yeah, big old
What
nerf.
did they do?
Big sad.
They screwed her up quite a bit. Yeah, it's new
Oh yeah,
event,
they murdered.
Operation 8 Claw. Thrax is your Dormazone. Thrax in your Dormazone has rewards for fighting the Indifference on the new node, new Evolving Signa, and new Incarnon Heavy Scythe.
Yeah. They're also changing up Cavaliero's stuff.
Yeah. From what I understand, they're also basically making health tanking worthless.
Why you gotta say that? Are they nerfing particular mods?
I don't think so. I
They
don't think
might be.
I don't know about that one.
They mess my heart's adrenaline. I will throw it.
So they're also. Did you hear what other Prime weapon Garelli Prime is getting?
Not sure. No, it's Daikyu. Daikyu's
Yeah,
the bow.
Daikyu. Weak ass bow, but still a bow.
It's getting its prime.
And
I'm more than happy to see what it's gonna do, because you know it's gonna be overpowered on the first
people have
like
been
day.
waiting for that bow for years.
Oh yeah.
They're also giving Citrine her deluxe skin.
Citrine
Citrine.
and Kalerva.
Wouldn't Citrine be a good frame for? What frames would be good for Sage?
Or anyone who does AoE, Mesa.
Alright, chat, that
What
was
would
the
you
third
say
one.
on that?
Let's go ahead and hit that capture and refresh it.
Would Octavia be good?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She has AoE.
Mallets.
You would probably. Well, I think Mallet would be interfered with my Strangle Dome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that
Hydroid.
That might would.
Hydroid
Hydroid
or
is also a good one.
his Range, subsume on any frame that has stupid range.
The extraction point. Happy hunting.
I get you like really high ranking subs.
I made my mag stupid overpowered, so now she's like more than steel path worthy. Is this capture target?
Wait,
Wow. That was
Here,
fast.
Lapis, let's go
Yeah.
to
Your part is done.
Lloyd in the Sanctum so you can get some boss for quickly.
You
I
guys
don't
can
have much
yeah.
transmuting anyways, so I'm fine.
This way.
I'm just trying to make sure I have all of it turned into boss for before the end. Rumor also has it that they're going to be adding new weapons to the Incarnon pool.
Oh, great.
Weapons that have already been in the game are going to be getting Incarnons.
Curious to see which ones.
As am I.
Akuva, which means either they killed it or they let it die.
What are you up to currently?
Currently, I am working on a capture node to refresh the event. Once I'm done with this capture node, I'm gonna hit the event up again, and then after that, hope to get Tack and Lug for the next hour. Once this next hour is up, I'm probably
seem
gonna be
how you're
swapping
going
games.
small.
Okay.
I just hope they bring what's it called? When they go to do the next major update for the story, I hope it doesn't leave it on a cliffhanger similar to 1999.
It's likely
Like-
what they're gonna do, bro.
I really hope they
I-
don't screw everything up.
I doubt it though, because Rusalka's supposed to be the next main boss on in Deviri. So from that, my thought process is if they do that, I kind of hope they conclude the story with 1999 with the next update. Either they conclude it or they bring in the indifference, and then from there, they add a new element to the game that wasn't expected, but
Yeah.
is a welcome one to not buff Warframes, but to maybe nerf enemies, because right now they've already got the Archon crap and everything. So if they add something,
Wow.
that would nerf enemies,
Well,
including sentience, that would actually be kind of beneficial, I think.
I mean, if you also look at the new frame too, did you notice she's able to just hang on walls?
Yeah, infinite wall latch.
Basically, so if you wanted to, you could run wall latch mods, which would
Yeah,
give people a reason to do that.
pair it
I
with
think that's actually a pretty
arcane-
cool mechanic.
arcane arachne.
Yep.
That would
That's
actually.
a pretty cool mechanic, honestly. Her just being able to climb on walls.
Mhm.
I'm actually curious what her weapon loadout's gonna be.
I hope it's toggleable so you can actually like walk across the ceiling and stuff like a spider.
That would be awesome. Just shooting down from the ceiling.
Hmm Because it's still considered wall latch, you can proc stuff with arcane arachne, throw special serration on. That mod will become viable way more so than it has in the past.
Wait a minute. How would Spectral work on that?
Arcane Arachne. Wall Latch grants invisibility, and from there, put silence on a weapon with special serration. And then any other Wall Latch mod that increases damage, you're increasing everything past that 330% off of serration. You're instead going that plus every other mod.
Kind of see where you're going at there.
I
Wait, is there
imagine
any companion mods that would boost max health?
Cetus. the guy that sells them.
Yeah,
Go-
you might have to look at those.
Go to where floofs are on his page, and then just scroll all the way down.
I'll take a look.
I need to get some of those myself, so keep getting the blades and everything. I've yet to see a main BP drop from this.
I'm in Steel Paladin. Might as well start working on companion instead of leaving the timelines for normal.
Chat, I feel bad. I'm sorry. The stuff kind of busted. I spent like 20 minutes trying to sort out my party chat issue, so I let 20 minutes as timer. We'll just keep streaming and working for another 20 minutes after the hour.
At least on the bright side, you really got it now, like I was hoping.
Oh yeah, I like the way she
Like
looks.
how when someone mentioned a Euro Prime, asked about if they're gonna add a Euro Prime, they were silent back then.
Oh,
Like if they,
every stream they were like, "Oh, new Prime frame, blah blah blah." I'm like, just say who the hell it is. We already know.
Yeah.
Now drop it.
And it,
Even when they did the teaser, they did a really terrible job at hiding who it was.
and it's supposed to be
We
next
all
month.
know who it was.
Are all those updates, aren't they supposed to be like next month? Or something?
Yeah.
Cool.
I believe some of the stuff is coming out with Urelli on the 21st.
I see.
which I'm personally starting to save up my so I can use them once
It was not
your
very
relic stuff
smart.
gets out.
That
Hopefully
person.
get mods, relics quickly.
Yeah, for me, I'm debating on if I just want to buy her, because at that point, it's more I already have the weapon and all that, and I can actually experiment right out the gate versus grinding it out and just hoping for it. Plus, I did say that when the Urelli pack does come out, that is going to be a 100% buy.
She's getting a new ephemera and everything too.
Yep, and a domestic drone.
Sweet. I want to buy it.
I'm
Money.
actually curious how much her bundle's going to be.
It'll probably be the same as
Probably
usual.
normal.
150 for the complete set.
I'll
Which
still
I
probably
think
get
is
it.
truly overkill.
It is, but cosmetics plus frame plus keep blessing.
Plus plenty of plot.
Yeah, plenty of actually. And
Yeah, I
then
give up for the plat. Just give us an option where we don't get the plat, we get everything else.
I can't see why they do it that way.
Sorry, I don't
Kills
want
two
to be.
birds with one stone.
I don't want to be paying like half an entire Xbox. What used to be an
Sir,
Xbox.
you do realize
Dude.
that Xbox prices went up to
400.
well, more. Series X's went up to about
600.
$600, $700.
Honestly, I didn't want to be practically
Glad I got mine when I did.
a Series S.
Yeah, and then
Like the original
Xbox
price is Series
games
S.
are going up a whole nother $10. Thank you,
I don't-
GTA 6.
No, main reason
And
it
screw
was.
you, Nintendo.
Meh.
It was Nintendo's fault, really.
Big ol' meh.
Think of it that way.
Did y'all hear about the issue with Nintendo? And
Yeah,
them
do you see what they were trying
making
to have
it...
for Mario Party? Not
Well,
Mario
no.
Party,
Did you the most recent thing where they basically have the right to brick
The
your
brick-
console
yeah.
if you modify it in any way?
And you can't sue them due to the EOI.
Basically, they followed Disney.
They ain't gonna
If
brick
you,
mine. No.
Yeah, if you the games you don't own them anymore. You just have the cartridge, which actually gives you a key to play it.
Yeah, which is online.
And you have to be online to even use it, which is basically defeats the point of the Nintendo Switch.
The Switch was marketed as something you could play on the go.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
handheld.
I'm not even gonna try to play with you guys anymore. They were stupid like you. Can't do nothing.
Ah,
I don't know
you
who's.
found a brainless, not so smart people.
No, they were like, they were cool people. It's just their host, whoever was hosting that lobby, was extremely laggy. I couldn't get through doors or anything. I'm like, Brett,
Ah,
let me move.
Hon- Honestly, I won't really be affected that much because I don't really buy AAA games unless I tried it out before.
okay.
So it was at my friend's place, and I really like it. It's not no service. I can just pay a monthly subscription.
On another note, you guys remember how Battlefield 2042 kind of fell off the face of the earth because of how garbage it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They currently are in the works of making a much better version. One of the original COD developers is actually the one that's working on it.
R.I.P.
So
caught all over again, I guess.
Yeah, so basically what they're
It's in
saying
promising hands.
is the COD killer franchise is back.
Honestly, I hope that happens.
Because back in the day, Battlefield actually used to give Call of Duty a run for its money. It looks like they also they're going to be adding air warfare to it.
Was that already in the 2042?
No. Basically, what they're going to do is basically turn it War Thunder and Call of Duty made a child.
Oh,
You got
okay.
ground and air warfare.
I know what you're talking about by War Thunder. 'Cause
Oh,
I
that's
played
why.
it.
Big oof.
They also made the soldiers in the game look like modern day soldiers.
No, Call of Duty Teenage Ninja Turtle.
Oh, well,
Turtle.
weird.
Because sorry. I do not like what they did with the collabs. And they
Yep.
didn't even offer a way to turn it off till years later. So
Yep.
I don't
And
want to
you
see
wonder why
new
I haven't played any of the new CODs.
Tomcat Blade.
Like,
Ugh.
latest COD. They took them to like season 2 or season 3 record to make it where they did where you could toggle it where there's no collab skins on, just in modern day soldiers.
I keep forgetting my laptop runs with Opera GX, so I'm gonna have to keep refreshing the page in order for the Switch to continue.
Ah.
Opera GX is a pretty good browser.
It's good
Opera
until you go to
GX.
YouTube thinking it'll work, and then they straight up bonk you with, "Oh, ad blocker is not allowed." I'm like, go away.
You get to watch ads for the next hour.
Yeah, stupid.
At least you're not using Bing.
Yeah, Bing sucks.
Agreed. Like, don't even trust its AI reuse.
And if I wanted to use a outdated internet service, I'd bring up freaking Internet Explorer on freaking Windows XP.
I actually still have Windows XP, and it actually rocks with Internet Explorer for some reason.
Oh yeah. You remember how I ordered that thing a couple months ago?
Yes.
I got the update. She'll be here Monday.
Very nice. Congratulations.
And as promised, I will send you and I have a few other people on my list photos with her.
Very cool. My throat is so like clogged. It every time I speak, it rattles my chest. It's weird.
That's not fun.
Nope.
Well, if it develops into something worse,
Mm.
your best
I
bet
feel
is to probably
great.
just see a doctor.
I'll get you.
I
King.
feel great outside of my chest being rattled and my nose being stuffed.
Ah,
My throat is not sore. It's just clogged. It's big old ugh. Just go away. I like my voice back. What's worse was all throughout last week I had jury duty.
ooh.
So I had to go through that with a headache and a headache and a fever. And I was sweating
Okay.
bullets throughout the whole process. Trying to get over it.
Well, from what I understand, I think I might somehow be exempt from jury duty. I don't know how, but I've never gotten a single summons to go.
You're lucky.
In the last 3-ish years, I've never received a summons.
I have 10 of every single 10 of every single piece except for the main BPs. I get to see a BP from either side. Ooh, hey, something. I don't know what though. It's not fun.
What the hell is going on?
Need help out.
Preferably. I think I was relying on whatever was or whichever Warframe left. Pick up my slack a bit.
Well, we haven't know for sure. Talk about the ability. Noise.
Yeah. Well, no, there was one other Warframe that was here that was making things a little easier.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming the Nova's running speed currently.
Just keep the ball. Make sure the string goes up. Okay.
I will try.
I'm forcing them in, like with my superior range.
Has caused me to work with the Tenno. Do you know how angry that makes me? Come home to daddy, little ghoul.
It would also help that if every frickin' Jade Light would stop frickin' beaming me to Kingdom Come.
I figured out those things do not like Hydroid's rain at all. They're like extremely allergic to it.
They should make a
Corrosive, I
frame
assume.
that does 2000% damage to J lights.
Incarnants.
Very true on that.
That would be overpowered. If they did that though. Just one type of X-Men's unit through mods could make you do 2000% damage too. And I bet people would actually run that frame due to their sheer hatred for J lights.
Jade Lights might actually be the most hated units currently.
I enjoy them.
After this, let's dip.
I like them.
Yeah, gotcha, bro.
That Nova's not slowing units like it's supposed to.
Yeah, they're speeding them up.
I got him.
Okay, handle.
Bruh.
Get off me, Jade Light.
Come on.
Yeah, I see
Give
a
me the
whole
BP.
army of J lights on.
I just want the blueprint. What's wrong? Hmm?
There we go.
Sorry, I just hold like an entire army of J lights.
Squishy.
I told you
Smart.
they start showing up quite a bit.
Mm.
Because I mean, like 10 J lights within like a 10-meter area.
I've done this mission 38 times, chat. See that number? See it? Do you see that number right there? I should have gotten at least one of the blueprints by now. I got both the organ
What's the-
catalyst and reactor. I'm looking
What's the
for the
percentage drop chance?
1 in 7.
Hmm.
Not this. Let's do this. Go for this one. We'll do the capture node on that, and then we'll go back up and then do that.
Again or no?
Yeah, bro, I'm joking on that, but I don't think we need to run steel since we're not getting that far.
Let's head to Halvania quickly. I want to see what is going on in there.
Gotcha.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
RIP to any Master Marine Zero that decides to show up in this mess.
342 beating heartstrings. Wow.
Yo.
Excellent work.
136.
So for 6,000 Kuva, it is 110 beating heartstrings.
Rip off.
That's what I
Wait,
was
you can
telling you.
sell them for Kuva?
The beating heartstrings to go to Temple. 110 of them is equal to 6,000
Temple.
Kuva.
My bad. I forgot about that. I'm confusing
that's
that with
absolutely
the
wrong.
currency you get to buy, what's it called? The Coda weapons. My bad.
Another job well
I haven't
executed.
actually. Let me see what the rotation is, because I need to figure out if my Hirado are maxed out.
Did you get that 60% Sporothrix when it came out?
If you remember, I took a break.
I hear you. I remember.
I believe my Sporthrix is 60 though.
Okay.
Let me double check on that.
It was a 60% electricity.
I might not have gotten that one.
Also, if you guys haven't been tuning in to Soulframe streams, you ought to. It's a really good game.
As far as I know, we can't even play Soulframe.
You can if you tune into the stream and get the alpha key, and then from there just redeem it across Soulframe's site, enable Twitch drops and stuff, right? And then from that, download it to your PC and you can play the alpha.
I don't have a PC
Ah,
that works with Soulframe.
sad.
If you remember, my computer's garbage.
Fair.
You might need to get SSD so it takes the stress off the computer itself.
Eh.
So I actually may have just figured something out to make my Hirado stronger.
Ooh, what's that?
Currently the Valiance bonus on it is 26.8. If I can get that to a 60%, my god. Right now it is a 26.8 radiation.
I see. I did not realize
it'll-
how worth elemental vices were until I put one on my new core and have been able to swap between different elements with it. Very
So
worth
it
it.
is working for you.
Oh yeah, you put it once and you can infinitely switch whichever is, so long as you're in your arsenal.
The non-steel path there, Lapis.
Honestly, as long as we could try to get farther and get more out of this, I think we should do it.
Well, it's currently queued as a non-steel.
I'm ready when you are.
heck? Oh, we have to walk to our bike. That's
Futu drag into Shinobi on bike.
yeah. If you've noticed there, Orby, I've been on Fallout 76 quite a bit.
I hear you. I've been seeing that too.
Shinobi, that's the
Got back into it a little bit.
Fair.
I wish you were talking like yeah, pause build.
Me and my brothers have been messing with Rainbow Six Siege for a little while now. We're enjoying it. Got a couple skins. Had some fun.
Have y'all taken a break from Marvel?
No, we're actually bouncing back and forth between the two.
whenever it's like around.
How
Pad
many
is
controllers have you broken?
none yet, actually. I'm very disciplined in that regard.
You guys tried playing Cuphead.
One of my brothers
That
actually
is
has.
fucking awesome.
The closest I've come to breaking a controller here recently was like years ago. That was back on Dark Souls 3.
I'm thinking about getting back into Dead by Daylight.
From what I understand, they're going to be doing a FNAF
Yeah,
crossover.
which is coming out in June.
There's a lot
sometime
coming
in
out
mid-June.
in June.
It
Well,
was
it's-
originally speculated to be like late May, like the 25th, but it was.
But dude, Japanese press, we learned out it's gonna be like the 17th or the 18th for their time, so which was and they're like a day ahead,
That's still pretty good.
so which is like the 16th.
Yeah. Fallout 76 is getting their new season in June. Warframe's getting their new season or their new stuff in June.
Mm-hmm.
Dead by Daylight's getting their stuff in June. What
A
else
port
is
of a
getting
game
stuff?
that I
in
wanted to
frickin'
play
June?
is coming out in June.
Oh yeah. Anyone who is excited or who plays Schedule 1, rumor has it the dev is wanting to bring it to console, but he's got to actually finish up his release on PC first.
Uh,
Because technically it's still an alpha stage for PC.
Yeah.
you see, you
And-
can break the game so many ways.
Well, the other thing is it's only one guy who made the game.
Yep.
Which is freaking impressive.
Indeed.
Same as Stardew Valley.
Stardew isn't as popular anymore, unfortunately.
It's old.
No,
At least
it's
from
not.
what I've gathered.
You know, it's not too popular. It still has a good community,
Yes, it does.
and the game's really fun, honestly. You have friends.
I'm more excited for whenever they release the new Xbox. 'Cause it's supposedly going to be ported with Windows, so you can actually download Steam and play Steam games on it.
Yeah, then I would make sure I have the Steam port of Payday 2 installed.
Well, no, it's going to operate on Windows. So you will basically have the ability to play stuff.
No, I'm saying instead of the
That way.
Xbox port, I'm just gonna have the Steam port of it. On both ports.
I think it's well. That would also give us access to, from what I understand, PlayStation exclusives too.
Yeah.
They just are not telling us whenever that new console's releasing. Hopefully, it's around Christmas. But I also have a feeling it's gonna cost a fortune to get it.
Next we know, $1,000.
Yeah, at that point you wait until GameStop has it on a extreme discount.
I'll go to a pawn shop.
Very
Pawn shops
true.
are cheaper. Because my brother got his like 400, not 450.
I got my S
Where's the
for
X?
300
I
at
thought it was
GameStop.
Series X.
I paid close to 2,000 for 3 of them.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That is a. And those are Series X's, yes?
Yeah, they were all Series X's.
Ah.
The Audi
In
and
that
the,
same week, I think I spent another 6 on a PS5.
Audi I bought.
Is the PS5 worth getting?
I'm gonna say no, because
So
I have
probably if I want to get into PlayStation, just go and get an old PS4.
yes and no.
I might
Exclusives.
get a PS5 just so I get the
Legitimately,
I can play Ratchet and Clank.
the only real good thing about PS5 is its exclusives and its fluidity in apps like Twitch and YouTube, right? The UI I recognize on Xbox specifically is very clunky compared to PlayStation for some reason.
More
My
or less,
question
PlayStation is easier to
is,
content create.
with
Eh.
PS5 and PS4, which one was Horizon's Forbidden West?
That sounds like 4. Eh.
I thought that released on the PS5, but I'm not entirely certain.
I don't know. Something
I
like that.
know Horizon Zero Dawn was on the PS. I think that game, Infamous Second Son, and The Last of Us are the only games I would ever play on the PlayStation anyway.
I hear you.
Honestly, for me, it's gonna have to be probably just Ratchet and Clank titles. I'm real too.
You were a Ratchet and Clank fan? Who knew?
Yeah, bro. I played on the PS2 just to play the first original game on top of the one next to that. It's like, yes.
I also heard something about Nintendo potentially porting some of their old GameCube titles over to their Nintendo store.
Chat, what the heck
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
what they always do that, bro.
That was
The
weird.
GameCube?
Not talking about porting titles over, but that they want so much for it.
I will go out and buy a GameCube before I play a ported version of the game they're probably going to upcharge for.
Yep. Well, the
Same
fact that you
process here.
probably won't even get it as a physical copy either is ridiculous. The only game they'll have extremely difficult times with porting is GoldenEye, because of how many licenses they're gonna have to go through.
Xbox currently has GoldenEye. Shoot.
Yeah, that's a different category, I think. But because Nintendo had it on the GameCube originally, they're going to have, and with how many other companies that have stakes in it, I think they're never going to port that over.
Because they have to get majority the okay from the companies.
Well, they basically have to go through everyone who has licenses under it.
An act, because I don't even have an act.
Which I don't think Nintendo wants to put the time and effort into.
That's not that much.
The traitorous instigator skulks somewhere on this galleon. Find him! Capture him!
Great days. Also, the reason I was running Steel Path there, Lapis, is predominantly for Steel Lesson.
You want, we could always do that then, because that'll give us an edge when on the 21st.
Well, no, I was more stacking up on Steel Lessons, because when I was coming back and forth between Fallout 76 and Warframe was to log into Warframe and get my Riven Snipers.
you started,
Like how I used to like so much.
You
Middle
didn't even
console.
make it into the game most of the time.
It was a struggle enough to get into the game. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Funny thing is, I beat the majority of the story on my old Xbox.
Remind me what you guys are after again on this one?
Oh,
What?
currently just arcane farming on stage.
I'm mostly farming for Vosper. He's farming for Arcanes.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more graces to put on my Naras.
Okay.
Wait, how do I have 64k overguard? I know I don't cause overguard.
Frost.
Wait, Frost cause overguard?
Frost can give Overguard, yes.
By the way, King, I found a lobby, a public lobby in Dewberry that shared my passion and love for breaking it, and we went to almost 200 decrees in the game. And
So you basically did what we did that one time.
yeah, but in the span of an hour, things got out of hand crazy fast.
You guys like speedrunning like that?
Yep. Lapis, let's run one more and then let's run some relics.
We had an Ember that knew what she was doing, popped an ability, and then screwed over the worm like twice. She popped all 3 rings, she killed every enemy on the map, and then popped the second set of rings as soon as they popped up. It was wild.
Oh. Embers are they are something else sometimes.
This was an Ember with 200 decrees, and I imagine she put all the heat in the world on that list.
Anything that can give damage and heat bonus. Ooh.
Did you also hear that they're going to be nerfing the ever-living crap out of slam builds?
Yeah, tank is gonna be
Why are they
So,
nerfing?
fun.
Stampatos and my Magistar are essentially garbage now.
I don't know. It depends on what exactly they do.
Oh, we'll find out soon enough. Hopefully they didn't do what I'm thinking they did. But from what I understand, they basically saw what the Sampatos was doing, and they were like, yeah, no, we don't want that.
In a way, I kind of am grateful they're nerfing Sampotis in some way, because the full-on send that the thing does in Steel Path is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, when we did the tank and it was launching
Yeah.
the frickin' map.
Yeah, that needed to get nerfed. If damage-wise it's hardly a noticeable difference, that's okay. But if it is
Undercover.
I mean, if it's that in conjunction with what's it called, the nerf on the fling effect, that's okay. But if it's a noticeable difference in damage, that's gonna suck.
That's right.
Well, if you also remember, the Magistar requires slam attacks to get its Incarnon to function
Yeah, that's gonna kind of suck.
properly.
Mustang or
It's
the
basically because they mentioned Sampatus and Magistar
or the
by name.
Yeah.
Meaning that someone broke it so badly that they were like, yeah, these particular weapons are getting basically the boot.
could have been.
Bro, I seen someone on
Tongue cat.
with just a basic build,
Mm.
like not even, like very beginner friendly. Break the damage cap.
All right, chat. We are on the
Really?
hour.
Not
I
that
promise
hard.
another 20 minutes, so 20 minutes is what we'll do.
With
I think that was the
beginner.
third one.
Cap.
Let's go to
I'm talking
Jupiter.
about
Tomcat
post
yeah.
old, like
Tomcat
where
is
you
a
unlock it.
busted mechanic. Tomcat is actually surprisingly powerful.
I believe it. I haven't messed with it a lot, but I believe it.
The other one, the new one that they released, also, from what I understand, is pretty good. But the Tomcat, it's mostly if you focus in on its heat damage and then build around crit, is where it specializes.
Okay.
Alright.
This is a capture node on Jupiter.
I like how they should ignore if someone breaks the stud.
Yeah,
Well,
he's toast.
they also, in those first last Twitch drops they were doing, Orby, one of my old clanmates
I got an
ended up
elemental
getting
vice from that.
They got 8 thug blueprints.
Good grief.
Talk about
Really?
a cursed. Yeah, so they were doing a cursed blessed Twitch drop where they'd give you random stuff. And I guess one of them was 8 or 9 freaking Stug blueprints.
Wild.
Hey, that's actually quite funny.
I mean, technically it is a cursed drop. Right side, Lapis, I don't have to focus on putting my Protea ability down. We have a Protea in here.
Oh, you a stronger version of it.
Well, yeah, but that also saves me energy to put down my cage.
More frequent.
Arr.
Effective. So,
Yeah.
I wonder, how good would Equinox be?
Very. If you follow a specific build.
I'm calling it, you already have it.
I run it for index.
Well, that's something I
Oh.
get to watch later.
Watch.
Mm-hmm.
What are we watching?
Dragon Ball Daima. Been curious about that series since it first released, but they only had sub up until just now, from what I'm noticing.
On Crunchy or
I watched everything through Anime Cast, so everything I get from there is completely free.
okay.
Yeah.
Lately,
So
I've been no on.
essentially, it's basically Anna Watch and Zoro, isn't it? Before they shut those down.
I don't know.
Because from what I understand, the companies that do the anime, they're trying to get rid of every single free anime site.
Don't know.
it's just
Don't
that
know.
little parts of all
Their
the-
licensing is legit though, because Google's allowing them to post stuff onto their store. So
Yeah. Anna Watch and Zoro
this,
TX, or I think it was Zoro.tv or something like that. They shut down not too long ago.
down, you can put
I don't know nothing about them, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. They actually were before whatever one you're currently using now. They were the they were the ones people went to if they wanted to watch free anime.
You grab NPC card, you gotta drive it. At the vehicle.
Hey Lapis,
If you
Yeah, what's up?
can you turn your noise suppression on and off again? Make sure it's
Yeah,
on.
let me try something. Yeah, let me try it real quick.
Also, if you
Oh,
ever
okay,
want to
just done
watch
it.
like free movies, Movie Box is going to be your best friend.
R.I.P. Red
Free
Box.
movies. Yep. Free movies, free TV shows, you name it, it's probably on there.
Very tempted to see that one. It's a movie box, yeah.
Yeah, Movie
that's
Box Pro on Google. You'll just have to sign in with your Google account.
Alright.
Okay.
Basically, as long as you have a site for anime, you can watch all the anime for free, and then that one you watch movies and TV shows for free.
Okay.
Lately, I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Ed Ward.
is gonna screw you
Ed Ward.
Oh yeah, I already know. A dog turned to one living thing.
Hey.
There's a reason.
It speak.
But
Alright.
you also hear about the new Final Destination promotion they're doing, Orby?
I've been seeing a bunch of stuff about it.
So they've actually been, as a promotion, they've been having a person drive around a log truck with fake logs,
Wow.
basically traumatizing millennials.
Interesting.
Where it looks in the exact same fashion as the original Final Destination truck, they have it chained, the fake logs chained in the same way, where the logs look real until you get close and realize that the grooves on the logs are painted on.
Huh. I see.
But if you want to traumatize an entire generation, that's exactly how you do it.
Weird.
Except why the series going.
King, do you have company? Is that what I'm hearing?
What?
Do you have, like, people talking in the background, King?
No.
No, that would be me.
Nice impression, bro.
And that's. And yes, I do have no expression
When was the last time you ever had or heard anyone in my background?
Fair.
Because the mouthpiece that would normally cancel out all the excess noise is I can't even put it on the headset itself. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh yeah. This.
Leave my Xbox on.
Yeah, they're starting to detect people for AutoX farm, N06.
I had a feeling they were going to start doing that.
You didn't see this coming. Did you?
I'm guessing they're giving out bans to anyone who does it.
For now on, yeah. The auto accent, yeah. Not permanent.
Temp bans. But I'm guessing
Yeah.
if you're a repeat offender, they'll probably put the nail in your coffin and be like, yeah, you're not allowed to play anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I won't be that surprised they pull out a number. Let's be real.
Get the react.
I'm trying to find right now. I just got it.
I'm still guessing no blueprint for you.
No.
The game does not like giving you blueprints.
I need
Next thing we know, 300 runs later.
In the event I can't get it from this, then it'll be implemented later on. There's an update coming out that is going to put both blueprints with the ghouls in Cetus, and it's just a matter of killing those and getting it to drop.
to patch for that.
You mean the Ghoul Purge event?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm more surprised what prompted them to do the Galleon of Ghouls event.
Probably to revisit self-damage. I don't know.
Any minute now.
Either that or to work on explosive weapons.
Maybe.
I think nearly any Warframe player, they have not violated the June Convention in one way or another. They are criminals.
Well, first off, whenever they introduced radiation into the game, they immediately kind of made that very, very prominent.
What, from being good? Yeah.
Well, no, to specifically being a very, very violent component.
Thermal Sunder, which that increases all my elemental DPS, which therefore it does like triple, makes it over triple my damage.
Wait a minute. If the Warframe they're
Thermal
working on
145%
next,
more damage.
after Valkyr is Clairvo. Does that mean Corvex has been left alone for long enough that someone could find a way to break him again?
Honestly, potentially. Do you want to do it?
I'm not looking to get banned, but I might attempt it if I can get the green light that it's still doable.
Honestly, why don't you try? Because I don't think they'll ban you for breaking a frame.
The way I did it before broke servers.
Yeah.
If I can get it back to that level, they probably will ban me.
You probably got off with they probably just like, it was probably a mistake, it's a new frame.
Yeah, because not even a couple weeks later, they nerfed the ever-living crap out of Corvex.
Yeah, I seen those nerfs. Like,
And now he's kind of an abandoned frame.
If I recall right, I was making...
You were doing Cetus runs when me and my buddy broke it. You were doing something.
I was doing I wasn't all the way at Deimos doing the free round.
Yeah.
I had I had over 3 hours worth of resources. That's sad.
I might have to reach out to my old buddy to see if he's managed to redo it or not. I'll have to see if I even still have him added.
The traitorous instigator skulks somewhere on this galleon. Find him. Capture him.
The thermal sunders are powered for one of the helmet abilities. Would you agree?
I would agree. I also may have just figured out a way around the Jade Lights.
Come out, wherever you are.
With my current build, because of Arcane Reaper and Hero's unique, I can if they start hitting me, I can immediately immediately start striking something and heal back up. Essentially out healing the damage. If it's only 1G.
For me, I'm getting held back as due to a little arcane grace as is on top of any. I'm getting held back from your dreams bond, but every now and then I get held back from my unranked arcane grace, which I'm trying to get to max. Then at that rate, I should become unkillable if I have my Scarab Shield up without
shall
ability
see.
casting.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Bruh.
Not very often
Double
you
drop,
come across
tack and
one of
lug
those.
guard, but no BP. Ugh.
Would you, Orby, would you say Inaros mains and Chroma mains are up there as the same, essentially? That they're very, very hard to find?
Honestly, I find Inaros fun.
They're hard to find? No. I see Chromos every now and then. I see Narses every now and then. I say the hardest people to find as mains. That's a difficult one.
I'm gonna still throw out there Ureli and Ivara.
I see Gauze every now and then.
Claro.
No.
Not Claro.
No, those
not
are
Claro.
pretty common.
No, I'm thinking about the wrong frame. What was the one from Plains again? Where you do like that
There's
shrine
two.
mission?
Revenant is pretty common.
Kome.
Kome is
Yeah.
pretty common.
I don't see
Gara's
Komis at all,
also-
bro.
Well, Garas are also a very, very common.
I have
Also, they're on the uncommon list, if you ask me. I still stand by my point of Urelis and Ibaras.
before the
They are
rework,
very far and in between.
before the talks of anything else, I'd say Valkyr is pretty hard to find.
Valkyrs as well. And then everyone just hates and Limbos.
Oberon.
Yeah, those are like the most two uncommon.
Oberon.
But that's for
Oberons
good
are
reason.
very rare.
I haven't seen an Oberon in a while.
Therans are
Bro,
very
last time I
common.
seen an Oberon,
What about
I
a-
was in
What about
Mar
Trinity?
Yeah.
Trinities are common.
Trinities became rare when they dropped what's it called? The other person, Protea.
Proto. Oh yeah.
As soon as Protea dropped, everyone abandoned Trinity.
Well, isn't Trinity like up there as one of the original frames?
Yep, part of the original cast. The original 18 or 11.
Yeah.
Remember, Trinity has its own. No, yeah, Trinity does has Prime.
Most frames have primes.
The older ones, yes.
Except for there's one particular frame in general that no one cares about, prime or no prime. Loki!
I don't think there is a Loki Prime.
There it is.
I will bet you $20 right now.
I'm calling it. If someone has found a way to break Loki, worse than how Orby and Crane did. I don't remember exactly which one broke him.
I
Crane.
believe it was Crane.
I don't. It's rare when I mess with Loki. Alrighty. One moment, guys. I'll be ready.
Before we do that, I'm gonna go to Iron Wake real quick.
Alright, let's,
Okay. Chat. We have hit the hour mark for VOD and stream. My goal from this point forward is fairly simple. I am going to end stream now, right? This will be the break, okay? just so we're on the same page, we'll go ahead and do this now. Hi. Yes, you could see me. We are going to head to break. We'll be back in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, chat. It'll be a new game. It'll be a new stream. It'll be a new everything. Rules are the same for every single stream today. You have 10 minutes after the end screen pops up. Put your guesses in to how many of the posters I own, just so we're on the same page. You have to guess the number of these specific posters that I own in Warframe. Okay? Put your guesses in. I will announce before ending stream whether or not anyone wins or loses. If you guess wrong, you get nothing. If you guess right, you get the potential. You get a Warframe. You guess right, you get a Warframe. If you guess the exact number of posters I own, you get potentially 6 Warframes. Here you go. First come, first serve, which means I'll go down the list. If, let's say, person 1 posts before person 2, person 1 posts 1 guess right and gets it right, I'll give them their Warframe first. I'll go down to the second person. If you guess the total number, you get the remaining Warframes left in my inventory from that. Yeah. Stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Stay tuned because in 30 minutes time after we end this stream and all the guesses have been filed, I'll end stream, wait 30 minutes, and then continue to stream one more time. We'll do the same thing we did just now. We'll do VOD recording for an hour, and then I'll stop recording for an hour and do more of the game and keep it unique to stream. Yeah. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in a little while.